Well, we are very excited today to be talking to Madeline Powell, who is playing Eliza Doolittle in our upcoming performance for Broadway in the Basin of My Fair Lady. So thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Well, let's talk a little bit first about this is your Broadway tour debut.
Yes, my very first national tour.
How exciting is something like that for an actor?
Oh my gosh. It is truly otherworldly. It is a level of career that I have aspired to my whole life and something we talked about in college all the time as something we were all so hungry to get to do. And it's certainly a really special way to start my career as well, getting to travel so much and be in these new places all the time. I am very lucky, and I know that.
Well, you say your whole life. You are a Texas native, but not only a
Yeah.
Texas native, you're from Lubbock, Texas.
Yes, ma'am.
So tell us a little bit about growing up in Lubbock and what that's like, because I also grew up in West Texas and the arts are not as readily available to us as they are in some other
Sure.
parts of the country.
No, it's very true. Um, I grew up in Lubbock. I lived there my whole life until I graduated high school from Lubbock High, and spent a lot of time singing with local musicians while I was growing up. And also worked a lot with Lubbock Community Theater. I was involved in my high school theater program. I was definitely really hungry for those opportunities and was looking for them anywhere I could find them. To graduate college and to go on to study musical theater and then to be doing it professionally really does feel surreal when I think back to my 16-year-old self, who was just dying to get to do a musical, and now I get to do one every single night and it's my job. So it really is a dream come true for me.
Well, I know that many people in Lubbock are very, very proud of you. We've had the phone calls, so
Oh,
it's
thank
been
you.
really nice. I mean, there's small communities here in West Texas, and everyone loves to see kind of one of their own succeed.
Of
So
course, the
that's
support system from home is so special and unlike anything else I feel anywhere else. So I'm very glad to be near again.
when you go to college in Oklahoma. And Oklahoma, there's a big Broadway star that has connections there to Oklahoma.
Yes. So I studied musical theater at Oklahoma City University, which is where Kristen Chenoweth and Kelly O'Hara both attended as well. And they are two really prominent actors in the industry, both of which I have looked up to again my whole life. I grew up listening to the cast albums that they were on and was always clamoring to see videos of them and to get to try and see them live different places. And so I was so thrilled to be studying in the same place, in the same rooms with the same professors as them. And I actually ended up working for Kelly when I first moved to New York City as a babysitter for her kids because we had a professor in common. So that was like an incredible turn of events,
Yeah.
something I did not see coming. And the coolest thing that I have ever gotten to do was call her to tell her that I got this job. And she was so excited for me, and she's done the role. It was so special to get to tell my hero that I am getting to do the thing that she does that I've always wanted to do. So
Laid the groundwork. Yes,
yes,
absolutely.
absolutely.
Well, let's talk about the show just a little bit. You're playing Eliza Doolittle, and again, a show that has had extreme success.
Mhm.
What is that like to be a part of a show that really has been successful for decades?
Right. I mean, My Fair Lady is a huge staple of the musical theater canon. It is something that we use for example after example in school, studying scores and studying structure of show. And it's so well known as being the perfect piece. So it is such a gift to be able to be a part of that. And to be doing something that's so well written every single night is really a treat. And the score, everybody knows the score. There are so many songs that people I don't think even realize come from My
From
Fair
the
Lady.
show. Mhm.
So many that several of the ones that people really get excited about are Rain in Spain, Loverly, I Could Have Danced All Night, On the Street Where She Lives, and I've Grown Accustomed to Your Face. Those are some of the ones that we really hear the audience like perk up when they start to play. Yeah, it is just there's something really indescribable about being a part of something that you can feel the history of. And even in the show, I wear this big red coat that's this custom Dior costume piece that has existed since our production's original iteration in 2018, and has been worn by every Eliza who has done this version of the show. So it's been on Broadway, it was on the first national tour, it took a little trip over to London for a while, and now I'm getting to wear it every night. So that really is the perfect symbol to me of what it feels like to step into the show, and what an honor it is, truly.
Well, the show has this theme, or this moral of kind of acceptance and growing. And do you feel like that's why it still resonates with people? I mean, it really is a theme that it surpasses time.
Yes, it's so true. The heart of the story really is all about just trying to understand one another, desperately trying to understand one another. And even when that is hard, and even when we come from totally different worlds and totally different experiences, how can we sit down and try to speak the same language? It is a really powerful story, particularly for Eliza. And to watch her as a woman say no, and say that's not okay, and you won't be doing that anymore, and to watch her find her power, and to get to find that power for her every night is a really beautiful thing, and is absolutely something that makes the show so everlasting, I think.
Well, we are very excited to have you on our stage. Kristin Chenoweth has performed on our stage, just so
Yes.
you know, so you'll get to stand in that same spot.
I love it.
We have a wonderful Broadway season, and we're so excited that you are a part of that, as a Texas girl. So we want to invite everyone to come out. February 15th is our date, and it's a 7:30 showing. You still get your tickets at wagnernoel.com. So Madeline, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, we'll see you on the stage.
Great. I'll see you there.